quick idea of how I tape the neck off. I lay the strips where the edges are against the frets where I can, and to not waste tape, I'll allow them to overlap like this. And then I got lucky and hit this one, only the second or third fret anyway. Eventually I'll be having to cut with the X-Acto knife here, cut this on either side of the fret and just going to peel that part of the tape off. I've had pretty good luck doing that in the past. And I also tape the neck on either side. A little hard to see with this color of tape, but you can see what I've done there. All the way up so that I get as little as possible of anything on the finish. Now right now I'm actually more worried about stuff that's going to get embedded in the wood, whereas normally I'm just trying to avoid spatter from the Dremel work that I do. So anyway, I'll get this taped up the rest of the way, and we'll start with the sandpaper and then move on to the polish stage. Another quick note, I'll show you how I do my taping and cutting. It's obviously easy enough to draw the X-Acto knife right along the edge of the fret. The way I do it, though, I actually do it in this direction, but my hand was busy. It leaves, that's why I leave the tags hanging off here as well, because then when I come off, I sort of push down and I just get the edges of the tape, and that gives me a little guy I can grab and just peel this guy off to get the other side, a little sideways, stick it up there with my collection, and now I've got a nice clean edge to work with and none of the wood's exposed. So that's how I do that. Alright, so we got our sanding done. You can see how much grit and grossness would have been all over the unprotected wood if I hadn't masked these. And oh, there's a little last one right there. Anyway, what we're looking at here is the new shine of 1000 grit sandpaper on these frets. So yeah, the yellowy discoloration went away, which is good. I use a Dremel, and then this stuff here, it's a car scratch remover thing. It's just slightly abrasive cream. The frets will heat up if I let them go too dry, and I don't want that to happen. So I try and keep it cool by keeping some of this stuff on it, just keep the wheel greasy, but I also want this wheel flinging junk all over the place. So anyway, I'm gonna run over these with the Dremel tool, and you'll get an idea what that looks like polishing frets. Alright, so here we go. Put a healthy dollop of this wax on here, or the scratch remover I guess, and we'll start polishing away with this Dremel foam roller fella. You can see I've got a bit of a groove going in this foam wheel or felt wheel, or whatever it is. Now that thing is shining like a mirror, so I don't know that it's perfectly smooth, but that's definitely going to be better than it was before. So I'm going to do a couple of passes with the Dremel on each of the frets. I don't have the speed going really high because I don't want this thing to heat up, but this will look fantastic when I'm done. And if I do it right, I won't make a big mess. Downside is this stuff smells a bit, so you can still smell it when you're done, the scratch remover stuff. But I don't know, maybe the magic eraser job for that one too. We'll see. And there's the final product. My freshly polished neck. So I'm gonna have to get the tape off, but I want to wash my hands first because my hands are kind of black. Anyway, there you go. That's how you do frets. So this, with the neck being unfinished, I'm way more aware of the unintentional tarnishing that I'm going to do, because I've still got to paint this thing, the headstock I mean, and other bits and bobs of handling. Maybe I'll just wash my hands a lot. Who knows? Alright, so there we go. Next we're moving on to the body. We have to route the pickup cavity, get those two wood plugs flush, and quick sanding, and then that one goes on to paint. Another quick note, the reason I put the tape on the sides of the neck first is so I can peel this all off without having to pick away at the edge of it or grab a knife or anything like that. So this way, tape all comes off super easy, and there's the final result. Nice shiny frets, and the neck is kept nice and clean, relatively speaking.